Welcome to Yoga with Trudy. I'm about to explore a 15 or so minute flow for the morning. Join me if you like. The only prop I'm using today is a pillow from my couch pillow. So we'll start seated. Place the pillow under your rear end. If you don't want a pillow, you can sit on the floor, you can sit on your mat. Find a comfortable seat, allowing your shoulders to roll back and down. Allow the sides of your neck to grow long. The backs of your hands can rest on your lap, or you can have them face down any way that you want. We're just going to focus here for 3 intentional breaths. This is the grounding portion. Nice deep inhale through the nose, filling the lungs, the lower belly, the lower back. As you exhale, let the exhale come out more slowly than the inhale. The next couple are even slower than the first one. Feel the heaviness of your seat, the elongation of your spine, tallness through your spinal column. And after you've done about 3 breaths, we'll come to hands and knees, tabletop position. If you like to put a pillow under your knees, use the pillow at any point. We want this to be comfortable, cozy. Letting your knees come right under your hips, your wrists are under your shoulders. Press into the palms, root down through the knees, and lift the head and chest. Cow pose, filling your belly with air. As you exhale, pull the belly toward the spine, round your back. We'll do this 3 more times. Slowing down the inhale and exhale. This is what it looks like from the side. Intentional breath. Complete exhale. After your next exhale, curl your toes under, please. Bring your weight towards your heels, but maybe not all the way, just until you start to feel maybe a pinch in the hips or maybe some tension in your feet. You can bow your head, or you can keep your ears above your shoulders, above your forearms, and then come forward and back a couple times. Focusing on the quality of breath throughout our practice rather than the amount of reps or the quantity of movements. We're going to come up onto our knees now, nice and tall. Point your tailbone down to lengthen your lower back. With your hands on your hips, move to your left side and bring the right knee out, almost a 90-degree angle. We're just going to bend and extend a few times. Bringing the hands up behind the head, open the elbows. Let this be a nice opening for your groin, your hip. Good. The next time you bend, pause here. Turn your sternum toward the leg, maybe not exactly matching up with the leg. Open the elbows nice and wide and tilt your head back into your hands. Now, if that's too much, you can just touch the back of your head. If that's too much, bring your hands to your shoulders. We're just working on an opening through the front of the chest, as well as a little bit of opening in that right hip. One more breath. Beautiful. Come out of it. Let your hands come to your hips. Now lengthen that right leg, toes face towards the front of your mat. Bring your left arm up and overhead. Lean to the side for Parigasana, gate pose. Good, let's cactus that left arm as we lift through the spine. And again, come into gate pose. That right leg stays micro bent. No need to ever hyperextend our joints. We want to keep our joints nice and strong for a long time. Bring that knee in, sit back on your heels. My toes are being bent backwards, balls of the feet, getting a stretch. Okay, and we'll come right back up where we'll bring the left leg out and we're gonna bend and extend to the left leg this time. And my back right foot has a little cramp in it. It's been a while since I've done this pose, so this is good. Coming in and out. All the while, let your lower belly pull gently in, pull up through the pelvic floor, through the perineum, so that you feel really secure around your groin and your crotch. Good. Then we're going to bend the knee. You're going to bring the hands up, clasp behind the head, hold your shoulders. You can do anything you want with your arms. Just open through the chest. Take some deep breaths. Elongate the lower spine, the mid spine, the upper spine, and then turn your sternum closer toward the thigh, maybe like right inside the left thigh there. Good. And then we'll come out of it. We're going to bring the hands to the hips again. We're going to extend the left leg, point the left toes to the front of the room, reach the right arm up nice and tall through the upper back, and we extend. Parigasana. Then we'll cactus that right arm as we lift through the torso. Draw the right elbow down toward the right waist. And then again, come into gate pose. Deep breath. Maybe take a gaze down. Bring the gaze up. Yeah, and back to center. Cactus that arm. Come all the way down. Hands to hips. Bring the knees in, please. Curl the toes back once more. Sit back on the heels. A little side to side. And then we're going to bring our hands to the floor to come up through downward facing dog. So press the inner edge of your palms into the floor. Curl the toes under, lift your hips. And I'm going to turn my downward dog in just a minute. But first I want to show you that my middle fingers are lined up with the sides of my yoga mat. My heels are hidden behind the balls of my feet. And the outer edges of my feet are also lined up with the edge of the yoga mat. And I can sway my hips from side to side, and it gives a nice stretch through my calves and hamstrings. Now I'm pressing the top edge of my hands into the mat to extend my spine further. And now I'm going to take it to the side so that you guys can see it, but you just stayed doing downward dog the way that you are. Good. We're going to bend, let's see, come up onto tippy toes, bend the knees, lift through the heart, lift through the head. Inhale and exhale back to downward dog. We'll do this 3 more times, bending the knees, lifting the heart, lifting the head, and exhale to downward dog. 2 more. Pressing into the top edge of your palm, pressing down into the balls of the feet. And take a big sigh in downward dog. Bend your knees, begin to walk your feet forward, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. With your feet wider than hip distance, you can put one hand to hold the elbow, the other hand holds the other elbow. Bend your knees, let your head dangle. Take a few breaths here, allowing the upper spine to kind of receive some traction, feeling the Earth's gravity pulling down, pulling the head, letting the neck be soft, allowing gravity to provide this force. And then gently shake your head no. Nod your head yes. I could stay here another full minute, but I'm going to move on. Release your hands. Bring your hands to your thighs. The knees stay bent. Squeeze your glutes. Rise long through the spine all the way up. Sweep the arms out and up. Hands touch and pull the heart, chin the chest. Deep breath here. Beautiful. Hands to your hips, please. I'm facing forward. You don't need to move your body. Roll your shoulders back and down. Open the palms. Sweep them out and up. Twist to the right. Bend the knees. Arms come out like you're a traffic cop. Stop. Keep your hips facing straight ahead. Keep your heels rooting down. Stay tall through the spine. Press into the heels. Squeeze the glutes to rise up. Come back to center. And traffic cop on the other side. Stop. Good. Now we're going to do it 2 more times on each side with the breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Slower exhaling down. Keep the hips facing forward. You might need to push that left hip forward. Rise up with your inhale. Last one is your best one. Draw the shoulders down the back. Rise all the way up, hands touch, and pull the hands through center, forward fold. Head lowers toward the mat. Hands to shins or hands to thighs to straighten your spine. Bend your knees, push into your heels, rise up tall. Hands to heart. Warrior 2 sequence. Put your hands on your hips, please. Widen your stance. Point your right toes forward. Bring your left toes in slightly. When I bend my right knee, this is the left side to you. When I bend my left knee, it's tracking over the middle toe of my left foot. My hips are facing just inside the knee. So if I put my hands like headlights on my hips, they're facing to the front diagonal. And then my hands come to my shoulders to guide my shoulders to face the edge of my mat. My arms can float out. The weight is in my front heel and my back outer edge of my foot. Find your breath here. Neither knee is locked. Flip the palms, straighten the legs, reach your arms, and warrior 2 again. We're going to flow in and out 3 more times. As you exhale, belly pulls in toward the spine and up. As you inhale, you draw up through the pelvic floor. The next time you come to an exhale, reach the front arm forward, 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 forward. Flip the palm, sweep it up. And breathe, reverse warrior. You can place your right hand on your thigh and push in gently into your thigh to elongate the right side of your waist. And then side angle pose. The left forearm comes to the left thigh. The right arm floats overhead. And we're trying to open the chest here. drawing the right shoulder over the left shoulder. Pull the chin in to elongate the neck. Smooth out the breath. Good, and then reverse your warrior. And come to side angle again. Good. 2 more times. Reverse warrior. Side angle. The inhale draws you up, or you can stay for a full inhale and exhale. Side angle. Beautiful. Back to warrior 2, please. Both hands come to hips. Straighten the front leg. Turn the toes forward. We're going to switch directions. So now my right foot is pointing out to the side. My left toes are in slightly. When I bend my right knee, it lines up with the middle toe. Hands on the hips. Turn the hips to allow the knee to line up with the middle toe. And then the hands come to the shoulders while the hips stay glued that into the diagonal. The shoulders face the edge of my mat. And my gaze is over my right fingertips. And I'm breathing. Press the front heel down, the outer edge of the back foot down. And then straighten the leg, reach the palms with your inhale. To exhale. 3 more like that. Slow down your breath. The inhale, pull up through the pelvic floor. And with the exhale, root down through the bottoms of the feet. Last one. We'll reach the right hand, reach, and swoop it up to come to side reverse warrior. Find your breath. And press the left hand gently into the thigh. Elongate the sides of the waist, and then bring the forearm to the thigh. The left arm floats overhead. Tuck the chin in slightly to elongate the sides of the neck. Beautiful. And now we're going to flow into reverse warrior as we straighten we keep the knee bent to side angle pose. 2 more times. Last one is your best one. And then rise up to warrior 2. Bring the hands to your hips, please. Straighten the front leg. Turn the toes forward. And we'll shimmy the feet toward each other. Rooting down through the inner and outer edges of the feet. Plant your feet under your hips. Roll your shoulders back and down. Open the palms. Deep breath in. Sigh out the mouth. Hands are on the hips. Warrior 1. Step the left foot forward, right foot back. Now, again, we start with the feet. Bottoms of both feet on the floor. The hips point to the diagonal, the inside corner of the left knee, and then we're going to bend the left knee. And this time we're going to reach the arms, palms face behind you. So kind of do this turn like this. Brings the inner arms or the upper arms in an inward spiral. We're going to inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to contract the arms. We're going to pretend like we're pulling the chin up onto a chin-up bar and then release. But both directions, down and up, we're flexing through the arms. We're flexing the wrists. There's not really a release until you open the hands at the top. Let's do it 2 more. Beautiful. And then float the hands to your hips. Bow forward. Any amount. You can pause wherever you start to lose your balance or wherever you start to feel some stickiness. I'm going to keep going till my chest is almost side by side with my front thigh. And then I can either keep my hands on my hips or clasp my hands and reach the arms back and overhead. This is a warrior one, a humble warrior one. Lift the head, lift the arms, your hands can be on your hips again, rise up, straighten the front leg, and then once again, bow partially forward. I'm keeping a little micro bend in my front knee, elongating through the spine, top of the head, reaching forward, and then rise up again. Step forward. Left foot steps back. Planting the bottoms of the feet onto the floor, the hips point to the diagonal as we bend the right knee. My shoulders facing forward, but my hips facing to the diagonal. Get tall, bring the arms, palms face in, hold on to that bar, and squeeze the muscles. Isometric movement here. Push. Let your breath shake a little bit. Let this be a nice, strong pull-up. I'm envisioning the pull-up bar as if I could ever do this in real life. Working toward it. And I think we did 3, but let's do 1 more for good measure. It's never going to hurt us to do extra. Good. And then hands come to the hips and you start to bow forward. Any amount. I can pause a quarter of the way, half the way. And then you have the choice to keep your hands on your hips or to clasp your hands. Maybe extend the arms overhead. Lift the head, release the hands. Rise up tall, straighten the front leg. And once again, hinge. Letting your hips go back, your heart come forward. Never hyperextending the front knee, always bending. Good. Rise up tall and step forward. Whew. We're going to do 1 more downward facing dog, and then we're going to come down onto our mat. So sweep the arms out and up. Hands touch, pull through the center to forward fold. Halfway up, inhale. Hands to the floor, walk onto all fours. Good. Bring your knees together and then cross your left knee over your right knee and start to move your hips to the left. So you're bringing the left hip down and then bring it up and bring the left hip down and bring it up and bring the left hip down and bring it up. Doesn't need to touch the ground. Uncross, other side. If it feels better to have your fists on the floor, you can do that. Or you can even bring your forearms to the floor. Lower the hips to the right, lift them up. To the right, lift them up. 1 more. Good. Coming all the way to our rear ends. I crossed my ankles, sitting back. Take your time, do what you need to do. I'm going to get my pillow once again. Feels good to be elevated, helps my hips kind of tilt forward. And we're going to once again connect with our breath. Roll your shoulders back and down. Feel the bottoms of your legs and feet, your tailbone rooting down. The growth is happening in your spine, going from your tailbone up through the lumbar spine, the back of your rib cage, the thoracic spine, to where your cervical spine, the back of your neck is connected to your skull. 3 calm breaths here. When you're ready, you can bring your hands together at your heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking this time, focusing on your body, your mind, your heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you.